Hello, welcome to 4 Minutes of Film with me, Rhianna. This week, only 2 films to review, The Grand Budapest Hotel and 300 Rise of an Empire, plus we need to talk about the Oscars. So let's get started with 300. So 300 Rise of an Empire is a sequel to 300, and it's about the Greeks defending themselves against the Persians, who are headed by the sort of mortal demigod Xerxes. And it's got Eva Green as this villain who is basically trying to control everything.
And as the god king stood before his people, Artemisia watched her flawless manipulation take shape.
For glory's sake, for vengeance' sake. War!
Eva Green actually brings something quite different and new to 300 Rise of an Empire, because she clearly relishes this role as the really evil woman who is just innately so bad. There are some fantastic underwater sequences which work really well because they are trying to do something a little bit different, but overall I think as a sequel you're going to be disappointed if you like the first one. If you didn't like the first one, this isn't going to change your mind. Plus, with the leading man who has absolutely no charisma, you'll be begging for Gerard Butler to come back. So 2 stars for 300 Rise of an Empire. And next up is The Grand Budapest Hotel. This is Wes Anderson's latest film about a hotel concierge who is wrongly accused of murder, and he likes to pack all of his films full of cameos, and this is just 2 of them. So Ray Fiennes is this hotel concierge, and Tilda Swinton, unrecognisable.
Give me your hand. You've nothing to fear. You're always anxious before you travel. I admit you appear to be suffering a more acute attack on this occasion, but truly and honestly, oh dear God, what have you done to your fingernails?
I beg your pardon?
This diabolical varnish, the colour is completely wrong.
Oh really, don't you like it?
It's not that I don't like it. I am physically repulsed.
I'll be honest, I've never been a massive fan of Wes Anderson films, so The Royal Tenenbaums, The Darjeeling Limited, Moonrise Kingdom, really didn't like any of them. And I know you should never judge a film before you go into it, but I did, and I was completely wrong. I loved The Grand Budapest Hotel. It was all Ray Fiennes' charisma which completely carried it off, and for some reason he manages to get that perfect balance between sadness and happiness. So the entire time you're smiling, but also weeping silently inside. Like I said, he stuffs this film full of cameos, and some directors do it just so self-indulgently, just get all their mates in. But this feels so like you're part of the joke. Jason Schwartzman is in this, Ed Norton, Bill Murray, all the kind of old favourites that you've seen, and some really welcome additions as well, such as Saoirse Ronan. So loved, loved, loved this. Really charming, sweet, please see it. It's 4 stars for The Grand Budapest Hotel. Next up, let's chat about all the Oscars. I feel like I've talked Oscars non-stop since I stayed up on Sunday night to watch them all, but I think the most important thing for me that night was the fact that although there were so many massive films, it felt like all the awards were shared out. So Gravity got 7 out of the 10 that it was nominated for. Obviously 12 Years a Slave got the biggest award of the night for Best Picture, and also Dallas Buyers Club did fantastically well with their male leads and supporting leads getting the Oscars. The first moment of the night where I really jumped up and clapped my hands was when Lupita Nyong'o won Best Supporting Actress for her role in 12 Years a Slave. Her speech was so impassioned and wonderful and straight from the heart, and I really felt she deserved to win. She just got the edge over Jennifer Lawrence, and although I love Jennifer Lawrence, I was so pleased that Lupita kind of beat her to it. It's been a few days since the Oscars now, and the thing that's really stuck with me is how fantastic the award for winning Best Picture for Steve McQueen can be, because he's a young, British, black director. The best thing about Steve is that he doesn't compromise when it comes to his films, but he understands that he has to make them engaging enough for audiences to want to go to see them.
It's not about me wanting to put people in a straitjacket, you should feel this or you should feel that. No, I just wanted to tell the story, and all I wanted to happen is that hopefully for 5 minutes people, left the cinema with a thought. That was it. That's all a filmmaker actually hopes for, that someone leaves cinema and thinks about your film for 5 minutes before they think about what they're having for lunch.
I can't wait to see what the Oscar-winning Steve McQueen is going to do next. Join me next week for another 4 minutes of film where I'll be talking about Need for Speed and Under the Skin. Subscribe here to catch that.